Welcome to No Excuses. Today we're going to talk about how to navigate the holiday meals, which are coming up quick. Hello, my name is Mary Fran. Thank you for joining me. If you are new here, I really want to extend my thanks for visiting. And if you haven't already done so, whether you're new or not, go ahead, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and comment. I love the comments. It really keeps me motivated. As I said earlier, we're going to talk today about how to navigate these holiday meals. If you are in the States, you know that Thanksgiving is less than a week away, and Thanksgiving means food. Unfortunately, yes, it means food so often. And how do you navigate those meals? How do you navigate the meal that has food galore? So I am going to give 10 tips today of how to navigate the holiday meal of Thanksgiving. So let's get right to it. The first tip is to actually go in with a plan. Don't just go and say, I'm just going to eat whatever. You need to go in with a plan. You need to go in and say, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. This is my goal, this is my plan. You need to decide what's going to happen. It doesn't matter what the plan is. Your plan might be that you're going to go eat like crazy, but you're going to work out like mad that morning and that afternoon, or one or the other. It doesn't matter. You have a plan to navigate it. Your plan might be to only eat this or that, or to avoid this because you know that's a trigger. That's okay. You have a plan. Set a plan in place before you go in. First and foremost, most important thing, plan. Tip number 2, stack the cards in your favor. If you are preparing Thanksgiving dinner or your holiday dinner yourself, then you have it easy. You can make what you want and you can make it healthy. But if you're going somewhere else, stack the cards in your favor. Can I bring a dish? And when you take that dish, you want to make sure that that dish is the healthiest you can make. I know in previous years I have taken desserts that I can eat, but when I sat down there and I take my dish or dishes, I set it down and I make sure that I'm sitting somewhere near it on the table if we're doing a passing it around, because I know that when everybody else is eating the pies, the cakes, the whatever, I can eat that dessert that is healthier. I can eat that dish that is healthier, and I can use that to kind of fill up on so that I don't eat as much. You want to make sure you have something on that table that you can eat. You can still indulge in the others, but small amounts. You can indulge in what you brought because you know it's a healthier option. Offer to bring a veggie tray, a fruit tray, fruit salad, anything that you can eat that you know will not mess up your journey. Take it. Volunteer. Make sure there is something there for you to eat. Number 3, challenge yourself. A couple years ago, I set a challenge for myself, and there were 4 aspects to the challenge. 1, I was going to exercise the day of Thanksgiving. Number 2, I was only going to eat 1 plate. 1 serving, done. 1. No, that's so good, I better have a little bit more. 1 time, dish up my food. That was it. No more. The 3rd thing was that there was going to be no bites, licks, or tastes. Because let's just face it, if you're in the kitchen cooking, it is really, really easy to just go and, I'm going to test this, I'm going to taste this, I'm just going to take a little nibble. None of that. And number 4 was that I was going to take a picture of my food. Accountability. And it actually really worked. The picture was a little awkward for me because everybody is, they're eating and I'm there, click, click, click. But, it worked. And I probably will do a lot of that. I probably won't do the picture this year, but I probably will challenge myself to do the exact same thing. No bite, licks, or tastes. Exercise. And 1 plate. I challenged myself, and I did it. Challenge yourself to do something to make good choices. Number 4, and this is like a really easy one. You do need to have the host of that's doing this on your side. But let's talk about plate size. How much food can I fit on this plate? How much food can I fit on that plate? You know where I'm going with this one. This is the full dinner plate. I can fit a lot of food on this plate. A whole lot of food. You can do a lot of damage with this. Wouldn't I do a lot better with this one? This one might be a little small, but you get the point. You're only going to eat what's on your plate. Why don't you make your plate a nice size so that you're not eating like crazy? Number 5, chew gum. Chewing gum is an amazing tool. If you are in the kitchen and you are working on making your dinner, it is going to be so easy. Those bite, licks, and tastes come into play. Oh, I'm just going to have a little bite. I'm going to taste this. I'm going to taste that. Oh, a little piece of turkey. You're going to add up calories, points, whatever you're counting really, really quick. Put some gum in your mouth. If you're chewing gum, you're going to be less likely to go grab the food. And if you do, you're going to realize it. You're going to spit it all out because it's going to not taste good together. So you're going to spit the whole shebang out. Chew gum. It will keep you from mindlessly nibbling. I'm telling you, it works. I have done this when I was baking cookies, and I baked cookies for a full day, and I chewed gum the whole day, and 2 times. And they were the 2 times that were planned, because every time I would take a bite, I'd be like, ugh, and I'd spit it out. Number 6, and this one is, thank heavens, not an issue for me, but skip the alcohol, or at least minimize your alcohol consumption. It's empty calories. It's empty calories. Now, I'm not saying that you can't have it. I'm not saying whatever. At least lower your limits, because those are empty calories. If you're going to eat a plate of food and you're going to be drinking, that's a lot. Manage. If you're going to eat the big plate, you might not be able to have all those empty calories. But if you eat a smaller plate, or even a really small plate, choose what's important to you. Empty calories, turkey, whatever. Number 7, keep busy. Just plain and simple, keep busy. Volunteer to help do the dishes. I know, we all hate it. But if you're doing dishes, your hands are soapy, your hands are in the mess. Are you gonna be nibbling? Play with the kids. Focus on the people. Do whatever needs to be done to keep yourself busy, because if you're busy, you're not gonna be eating. Plain and simple. And the hostess will love you if you actually help with the dishes. Number 8 kind of goes in that stay busy. Focus on your family. You're here as a family, as friends. Focus on them, because that is really the reason that you're there together. Focus on the family. Slow down your eating. Ask questions. Take a bite. And when you're done with chewing that bite, turn to the neighbor beside you and be like, hey, how's work going? And start a conversation with them. It will keep you from shoveling food in your mouth, and it will slow you down. And when that person is done talking, hey, what are you thinking about such and such? It's going to slow you down if you start a conversation. Every time you take a bite, before you take the bite, ask that question. Slow yourself down. Enjoy and focus on your family and friends. Number 9, and this one is a big one, don't starve yourself. I know in the past I have been like, I'm not eating breakfast because I'm going to Thanksgiving dinner and I'm going to eat this, that, boop, boop, boop. That's bad, because then I hit that Thanksgiving meal and I am so hungry. No, no, no. Make sure you're not skipping the meals before it, because if you are, you're going to hit that table and it's not going to matter that you have a big plate. You're going to fill it twice because you are so hungry. Do not go in hungry. Make sure that you have eaten. Make sure you've nibbled something for breakfast or lunch or whatever the meal is before. Don't go in hungry. Number 10, and this one is probably the most important one along with the planning, and that is to forgive yourself. There's going to be slip-ups. Hopefully, you don't have a slip-up and I don't have a slip-up. But there is that chance that you are going to have a slip-up. If you do, don't beat yourself up. Look at it as a lesson. Look at it as living your life. Look at it as one meal, one day. Forgive yourself and move on. That's the most important thing in this journey. Forgive yourself and move on and be better the next day or the next meal. Forgive yourself. Thank you so very much for joining me. I hope some of these tips helped you as you are going to be entering the holiday season, and specifically if you're in the States, Thanksgiving next Thursday. Utilize the tips, utilize the tricks. That's the only way that you're going to be able to navigate the holiday without messing up your weight loss journey. And if you do, remember, forgive yourself. There are no excuses. We still have to live our life. We just have to figure out how to do it in the best possible way. So remember, no excuses. So I'm going to give some tips today to at least limit your low. At least number 4. Anything that you know that you'll be able to nibble on, that you know that you can eat without wrecking your diet. And I hate the word diet. Run a marathon in the morning and then go run